Hello, in today's video we'll be replacing the spark plugs on this 2003 Toyota Sequoia, which will be similar process to other Toyota trucks with the 4.7 liter engine. And to get started, we'll need a 10mm socket to loosen and remove the hold down bolts for the ignition coils. And on some of these ignition coils, you can get away without disconnecting the connector to slide them out, but for others, you will have to. And to disconnect them, just press down on the tab and slide the connector off. Now we can just loosen and remove the hold down bolt by rotating it counterclockwise. Now with the bolt off, we can slide out the ignition coil. Now for our spark plug, I'll be using a 5/8 spark plug socket with a 6-inch extension. This socket comes with a rubber insert, but there are other styles with a magnet inside to hold the spark plug as you insert it or remove it. Now we push the socket in far enough to fully grab the spark plug. Then using a ratchet, we'll also loosen and remove it by rotating it counterclockwise. And once it's loose enough, just remove the rest of the way by hand. And the good thing about the spark plug socket, once it's off the threads, it'll hold the spark plug so it doesn't fall back down. And here's our spark plug. It's not so bad, but being iridium plugs, they do last longer and hardly show wear, as long as it's in good running order. And for replacements, I'll be using NGK iridium plugs, which I think are a great choice for this engine. And I'll also be using a little dab of anti-seize on each one to keep the threads lubricated. These plugs do come pre-gapped, but it's always a good thing to check the gap before installing them, which I did first, and it should be gapped at 0.032. And for a video on how to check the gap or re-gap your plugs, I'll have it linked up at the top or at the end of the video. And now to install our new plugs. We always want to start them by hand, that way we avoid damaging the threads on the cylinder head. Once they tighten up, we can use a ratchet or a torque wrench to 13 foot-pounds of torque. But I do prefer not to torque them because anti-seize can affect the torque, so I snug them up tight to about that spec. But if you notice with the torque wrench, it does confirm that I tightened them to about 13 foot-pounds with the regular ratchet. Now we can go ahead and install the ignition coil, followed by the bolt. Once again, we install it by hand first, then snug it up with the ratchet. Followed by the connector, making sure that it clicks in. On to cylinder number 3. We can loosen the bolt and then remove it the rest of the way by hand. And here I'll be showing you that the coil can be removed with the connector attached in case your connectors are fragile because of the heat and having old plastic, although it will take some finessing. But it does also give me an opportunity for a better view of how to disconnect them. For the spark plug removal, we'll use the same socket with the same extension, just maneuvering it around these hoses. Now we loosen the spark plug, then remove it the rest of the way by hand. Install our new plug, tighten it by hand, and then the ratchet. Followed by the ignition coil, then the bolt. Now for cylinder 5. Alright, from here on I'll be showing quick steps since the procedure is pretty much the same, although for some we have things that get in the way, so I will make sure to leave the helpful tips. Loosening and removing the spark plug for cylinder 5. Install a new one. Now tighten it. One bad thing about these sockets is that the rubber insert does sometimes slide off or sometimes stays on the plug itself. And if it stays on the plug, just remove the spark plug again, making sure that it's dry on the outer edge, then push the insert back in and reinstall the plug. And now for our last spark plug on this side, cylinder 7. On this one we will have some lines that get in the way when you're trying to get the tool onto the spark plug, unless you're using a swivel extension that is, but if you maneuver this one right, guiding it between the lines from underneath, it goes on pretty direct. Anyways, let's go ahead and loosen and remove the plug. Now reinstall our new one. Now tighten it. And reinstall our coil. And we're done with half of them. Now on to cylinder 2. And yeah, some of these coils you can't pull out far enough without having to disconnect the connector. Onto the spark plug. Now install a new one and tighten it. Install a coil followed by the connector and finally the bolt. 3 more to go, onto cylinder 4. This spark plug replacement is not so bad, it's fairly easy, as long as everything goes smoothly that is, which so far for me it is, knock on wood. I know my average view duration is probably going to be bad in this video, since the process is pretty much the same, but per my last video most people said that they like to see the whole replacement, so if you're still here watching, thank you. New plug going in. Tighten it. Then reinstall coil. Alright, we got 2 more to go, onto cylinder 6. Remove the coil plus the bolt. Remove the spark plug. And install the new one. Alright, last one, cylinder 8. Remove the final spark plug and install a new one. Reinstall the ignition coil, and finally the bolt. Well, that just about does it for this video. I hope you found it helpful and informative. And if so, please click that thumbs up button to support my video and my channel. And please subscribe if you haven't done so.